Mike Ricker with Crash of Rhinos Painting. Today we're working on a project in Central Phoenix where we're going to be painting the interior perimeter fence of our customer's home. This particular fence is made out of concrete masonry unit, or CMU. A more colloquial name is known as cinder block. You'll see the particular cinder block that we have here. It is that traditional, what we call prison gray. Very kind of an ugly color, nondescript, and a lot of people do want to paint that. There are a few challenges with painting cinder block. Sometimes homeowners think that paint will completely seal up all the pores. That's not the case as well. So what we do have here is cinder block that has not previously been painted before. So we're working with a clean slate. And while there was no previous paint on there, we did do a pressure washing, and you can go check out our video on pressure washing and why we do that. But for this one, it was not to remove chalking, which is the primary reason for that. It was literally just to get some of the dirt and other items that may be on that cinder block wall. Because of the nature of cinder block, it can absorb water. So this was done at least 1 day prior to the pressure washing, so it could dry out really well before we started this part of the processing. What we're going to do on this particular house is what's called a spray and a back roll, followed by a secondary spray. So we're getting a minimum of 2 full coats on there. With traditional homes, you don't want to what we call lay it on thick or butter it up too much, because you can have runs and drips and sags and those kind of things. That is very difficult to have that kind of a problem on a cinder block wall. The porous nature of that cinder block just drinks up the paint. So it's okay to lay it on a little thicker than normal so we can have some of those pores filled. That's the primary reason that we're going to be doing back rolling on this fence. So there's different reasons to do back rolling. Paint, regular latex paint, is actually a film, and so you can never, if you would, push paint in on, let's say, a stucco home into the stucco. It's not going to go past that existing paint film. However, on a surface like this, especially if it's previously unpainted, back rolling will help to fill in those pores a bit more than just a traditional spray on that. So we'll get to it in just a minute, and I think you're going to love the outcome. All right, we're back. We're going to have one of my crews, James, my crew leader. Give us a wave there, James. And Abraham, a journeyman painter for us, are going to be doing this one section to give you an idea. So go ahead and you can get started, guys. So what they're going to do here, and we're just going to demonstrate this on this one panel here, is as I spoke before, cinder block walls can just eat paint. So they just absorb it quite a bit. So what we're doing is we're getting a good solid coat on here first. And then he's going to go back and he's going to go up and down. So this is getting it so there is at least a base layer on there. And he's going to then start going up and down. And then right behind him, Abraham is going to back roll. That's going to help as he is doing this to get that paint a bit pushed in to those pores. Again, nothing is going to completely seal those up, but it really helps to minimize the look of it quite a bit. So they're going to do that, little 4-foot sections or so at a time. The key here is also to make sure that roller nap stays wet, and you want to do it immediately after the spray man has gone over a section, because it's not much point to back roll when the paint is already dried. So he's getting that good coat on there in that second one. And again, right down to the end of that first section. And then Abraham will get right behind him. And back roll that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stop it here for just a moment, and we'll come back when this little section is done and dried for about 1 hour, and then put on that final coat. All right, we've got this one little section done here. It's been about an hour. We're coming back to it. And what we're going to do on this one is just what we call a spray and a cross spray, or spray and a cross hatch on there. But there's going to be no back roll this time. So you can go ahead and get started anytime you like there, James. So again, what we're doing on this one is we're just putting on the finish coat. So if there was any kind of imperfections with the back rolling, this just, again, will help make a nice even coat on there. And he's going to go side to side, and now he's going up and down on there, and we're going to get a nice full coat. So technically on these, the way we bid them is we bid 2 coats. In reality, this is effectively about 4 coats worth of paint between the back roll and that initial spray, and when we're doing a spray and cross spray. It's very, very thick. This is one of the few types of surfaces where you can put paint on a little heavier than normal, again, just due to that porous nature of it. So you can see a little bit of that difference there. You know, that old prison gray versus that nice new white finish in there that this customer picked as a color. So that's what we have today. Thanks for being with us. If you have any questions, please feel free just to leave any comments or give us a call at 602-540-7471. Again, Crash of Rhinos Painting. Have a great day.